You're going to be using Pad Performer a lot because it's a great shortcut to making sure everything is not only in key, but also you can come up with some great ideas. So let's go and explore Pad Performer. It's this icon right here at the bottom. And again, that icon only shows up when you're inside of the MPC and you're focused on the track and not the arrangement. And we can go into Pad Performer. Now, what do we have here? Well, Pad Performer is basically how these pads are going to perform. Right now, we can see it's on notes and it's in the key of C major. There's our C major scale. If we change this to minor, we now have a minor scale. So let's take a look back at the beginning. We are in the key of G minor. So when we're in Pad Performer, we're going to go ahead and change this to G minor. That means now that this is going to be in the key of the song. The register is still a little high, so there's a couple of ways we could actually change that. We could use these pads here to drop it, or while the key is highlighted, if we just scroll down to a lower one, now we're going to see we're in G1 here. So you could do it scrolling, or you could also just use this octave plus and minus. So this is a little high. I want it to be in a lower octave. And now what we're able to do is perform with the pads, and everything we're performing is going to be in the same key as the sample from the drum kit. So as you can see, it actually is a pretty easy, quick way to come up with a bass line because everything we're going to play is now in key. However, I do want to adjust the sound a little bit. So I'm going to hit edit, and now I'm actually in the edit of this particular instrument. Now here I can change the plugin if I wanted to. I can change the preset by clicking on it, either scrolling until I find one that I like, or I can double click and pull up a whole category list and narrow down my search even further. Now, preview is typically the cream of the crop or the best of, so we're just going to stick in there, and let's go to thump number 2. Now, there's a little bit of delay on here, so I'm going to go in the delay and actually just turn the delay down to 0. And using these cue links, I can go through and have real-time manipulation of, let's say, the filter cutoff. So let's go ahead and just lay down a basic bassline idea. I'm just going to play around, and then when I feel that I have it, I'm going to hit record. So I kind of like that idea that we just did. So let's record that in Overdub. If you didn't notice, there's something that happened right there that I played in the bass line, but then when I play this back, it's only playing the second half. That is because the bass line that I wanted to record was 2 bars, but this sequence was only 1 bar. So let's change that. So first thing I'm going to do is just erase what we just did in here. The easiest way to do that is I can either hit undo and erase it, or another way of doing it is hitting the pencil icon and hitting clear. Let's clear that out. Now, as you recall, we started off with a 1 bar idea, but we want to do a 2 bar bass line. So you may think we can just go in here and just turn this to 2. Let's have a listen. Nothing happens here. Let's go back to the drums just to see what's going on here. So when you are up here and you just take this bar and you add another bar, it's actually adding emptiness because we're not telling it to actually bring all this information over. So what we want to do instead is we want to come up here to the pencil and we want to double the length of the sequence. And now what happened is we just made this into a 2 bar sequence and it brought over all the information. That means we can go back in and record that 2 bar bass line and it will fit without looping too early and messing up what we're trying to actually accomplish. So let's go back into the bass line. I can do it by just clicking and flipping over. Or if you remember from the first class, the shortcut is just hold down main, click on that guy, and now we're focused on that bass line. Let's record that real quick. So we just recorded that bass line in, and we know it's going to sound good because we have the pad performer set to G natural minor, which is the same key that one melodic sample that we're playing from the kit is already in there. So that fits.